In my nurse practitioner training, which is more recent, nobody talked about menopause.
At 12 months old, babies start talking. At 5 years old, they start following rules and telling stories. At 13 years old, a girl receives her first period, signaling her fertility. All are developmental milestones that are celebrated because they mean that a child is on track and healthy. However, the script is flipped for aging women when they reach menopause.
It's really traumatic for women because it's the end of their childbearing years, and our culture was and still is so focused on women having babies that kind of ended many women's value to society.
Due to ageism and sexism, menopause is often not adequately treated, understood, or accepted by society and the women experiencing it. Menopause, a pause, not an end.
We tell a woman that she is menopausal when it has been 12 months since her last menstrual period.
So it's kind of tricky to figure out when you're actually in menopause or perimenopause. So for me, it was, mood swings, hot flashes, weight gain, right? In fact, I was probably eating less and running more and just, gain some weight. And just not feeling like myself.
And society in the past was not really set up for older women.
When I talk to my physician colleagues, I do hear that they might have like one lecture. Even for OB/GYNs, it is basically not something.
Primary care physicians should be able to handle this. But it did fall on OB/GYNs because it became a women's issue. And the biggest problem with having it all on OB/GYNs is that they aren't trained to do all the primary care things. And so if a woman is only focusing on that, she may be missing lots of other issues.
According to the National Library of Medicine, several studies have shown that women are largely underrepresented in medical research. Across 86 randomized control trials from 8 different medical journals, female representation was at just 37%. And only 3 acknowledging this lack of diversity. The lack of support for menopause from healthcare providers pushes women to search for other sources of information.
People have too much information, and a lot of people don't have a skill of analyzing that information, so a lot of times they get information from the sensational articles in the magazine, and unfortunately there is a decrease in confidence in the medical system. In general, our society is very youth and beauty oriented. Women who live in societies that value wisdom and age may not have as many bothersome symptoms of menopause.
The battle against menopausal women carries into the workplace with sexist age discrimination. According to a survey from AARP, nearly 2 out of 3 women aged 50 and older say they are regularly discriminated against in the workplace. But menopause is a natural biological process that has been programmed into a woman's body since they were in the womb. And so is aging.
By the way, it's not talked about. We have all this sex education that's given to us early on, but then we don't talk about what happens afterwards, right?
Education on menopause should accompany information about periods and bodily changes in health class. We must inspire open discussions of menopause in the workplace and push the healthcare field to conduct more research concerning it. Together, we can create a society more accepting of older menopausal women so that they can focus on getting through the physical and mental challenges of menopause without the added burden of society's gaze judging them.
We're still people even if we're menopausal.